Greetings and welcome back to Idle Theme Park Tycoon. Alright, and you can see up above, I have 32 quadrillion. More than enough to buy the next ride. How did I get there though? Well, I got there by clicking on the thing that lands here. Now I did try leveling the last one down here. You'll notice it's 1232. Well, that 32 was about 600 trillion and it vanished very quickly. So I was like, yeah, you know, that isn't going to work. Nope, that's not going to work at all. So the other ones did give me a good chunk of money. You can see Vortex here giving me 3.72 trillion per minute. And the Lazy River and the other ones giving me billions. But yeah, let's face it, it's Vortex, right? I did get that one to 1400. It's making me a lot of money. I mean, the last one is 3 trillion per minute, right? Vortex is a little bit better, but I just was not going to be able to get anything out of Atlantis. So, basically, I just started saving money. That's what I did. And I did it, of course, by clicking on the helicopter when it lands. I got various amounts here. Let's just see what it's going to give me this time. See, I would get a lot of that. I'm not going to grab that now, but I mean, I was certainly getting enough. I got a couple of times where I had over 600 as well. Mind you, I got a lot of 200s. But I did get enough that it wasn't as grindy as getting to the island in the first place. So I'm hoping that when we open up the new ride, and I did save some extra money here so we could crank it up, that I'm going to be making enough money that getting to the next island, which is going to be right here, we're going to need 225 quadrillion, is not going to be that difficult. So what we're going to need is we're going to need the new ride making us a lot more money than what the Vortex is making us. So that's the reason I kind of waited and saved up some extra money so we can level it up. All right, well, let's go visit our little friends here, and we're going to install the Waterfalls. Brave the most dangerous waters and experience an unforgettable ride with your friends. All right, well, that's 25.5 quadrillion. It's going to leave me some quadrillions, so we're going to be able to level that up. So let's build it. Okay, so let's check this out. All right, it's a large ride, that's for sure. I mean, how is this different from every other water ride we have? I mean, it's wider. All right, well, let's start working on it because this has got to make us a lot of money. All right, teamwork. Teamwork is required to make it safely down these waterfalls. All right, does that mean we have like oh, okay, so that's what we're doing. It's like whitewater rafting with the big raft. It looks like we're doing like 8 people at a time. Is that 8 or is that like 6? I guess we're going to find out. All right, well, actually, look, it's 8 seats. I was right. But it only queues up 8 at a time. All right, so let's start leveling this one up, and we'll follow it along the way. We're getting to 100 to start with. Hard water. We added limestone to the water to make navigation, not just the water, slightly harder. All right, let's see what they got here now. Okay, is that what's causing the foam? Because I don't see any limestone. I mean, maybe it's a bug or something like that. I don't know. Let's just move on because it is the second one, right? And, oh, let me just increase the queue while I have that available here. Actually, I have it all the way. But, you know, that's just millions. Okay, well, now we're talking billions, but that's still not that big of a deal, right? We're going to have to increase it anyway. I'll stop at the trillion. We have a huge queue now. All right, let's get to 200 and see what's waiting over there. Boom. Sharp rocks. Rocks and boulders sharpened by the water erosion could cause the canoes to run aground. I don't think if they're sharp, they were caused by water erosion since we just installed them. All right, let's take a look. Okay, are those the limestone or are those the sharp rocks? Because those look like the limestone. I think we're one graphic thing behind here. Maybe they sharpened the limestone. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Okay, wow, we got some kind of line there, huh? All right, we better get going, because we want it to make us money. All right, let's get to 300 and see what's waiting there. Turbulent Waters. The waters weren't turbulent already? We installed some current generating machines to make the descent a bit more lively. All right, a bit livelier. Let's see what we got here. I don't see anything. I guess you would see jets from the sides or something. Maybe it's not here like that. I have no idea. All right, let's continue. As long as we get to charge more money for it, right? And after, okay, I can't increase the seating here until I get to 600. So let's get going. Let's go to 400. The higher you get, the farther the fall. A longer ride with larger waterfalls, the fall is heart-stopping. Okay. It looks a little more steep. I mean, I'm not really seeing that much of a change. All right. As long as they're paying more for it, that's what matters. All right, now we're going to 600, and then we're going to be able to increase seating. So let's go. Okay. Reinforced rafts. Reinforced rafts that don't puncture no matter what, or will they? Okay, so what were we using previously when we put sharp rocks in there? Rafts that do puncture? I mean, as long as my insurance company doesn't find out about it, okay? All right, it turns out that I don't have enough money to increase seating. And my money is, it's going to go down quickly if it's that kind of a situation. I mean, look, I cannot increase the seating one time because it's nearly 17 quadrillion. Okay, so I wonder how much we're going to be able to get here. Let's just take a quick look at the money situation so far. Okay, well, obviously it's the worst one. But you know what? It's in the billions already, isn't it? I mean, is it going to start catching up on fast slides by 800? It's a good question. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. All right, so let's get to 800. I mean, the money at the top isn't moving yet. When it starts moving, that's when we have a problem. Spelunkalology? Is that an actual word? Part of the ride takes you through a cave. You'll need all your reflexes to keep from running aground. So they're talking about spelunking and they made up a word. That's not a real word, is it? I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, well, let's see how we're doing with money now. All right, let's see. Okay, it's up to 40 billion. It's up to 40 billion. I would say by the time we get to 1,000, I should say, we'll probably pass the fast slides. Let's find out. Oh, and there's the cave. Okay, basically they just put like a cave on top of it in the middle there. Okay, let's go. Off to 1,000. And so far, the quadrillion number at the top isn't changing at all. Oh, it just started moving. Snakes! Now you're talking. Dangerous waters with snakes waiting to sink their teeth into you. Okay, so this ride just got really cool. Let's see the snakes. Okay, they're just sitting in the water like that. I don't notice them attacking the boat. I didn't see them attacking the boat. So we have snakes on the falls. That's what we have. Hopefully we have a lot more money. All right, is that still... Okay, so Waterfalls is now doing 255 billion per minute, which is better than Fast Slides at 1,400. It's not quite as good as the Lazy River. If we get to 1,200, though, and I stress the word if, it's going to do better than the Lazy River. All right, so let's see how we're going to do here now. 1,200 is the next stop. And the money at the top, it did start decreasing. So I don't know if we're going to make it. So let's just see if we can. Because it's a long trip and it is going down. Oh, we're going to make it. Yep. All right, there we go. Thorny. These thorny shrubs grow by the riverbank and could cause punctures. We left them there for a greater challenge. I'm guessing, though, the boats don't really rub against the edges anyway, because I'm pretty sure with that current, it would destroy the boat. Just saying. All right, let's just take a look here. Okay, the waterfalls are now doing 1.5 trillion. not really that significant. This shows we would really have to get that. You know, this is a big problem, actually. I mean, look at the situation here. The Waterfalls is not as good as the Atlantis Falls. I mean, the Atlantis Falls... Is there another... Oh, I can't do the... I think the problem here is the seating. Is I don't have enough money to increase the seating. Alright, this one wants 24 trillion to increase. This one wants 25. Alright, I can see getting to, I think it was 224 trillion, something like that. That's what we needed for the next island, right? Where is it? 225. I can see that being a big problem. Because the thing is, I just got this one to 1200, and it's not making a lot of money. I mean, am I going to have to raise basically 17 quadrillion just to increase? But it's only going to be a percentage. It may be like a 30% increase or something like that. Even if it doubles it, it's not going to help that much. This is actually very disappointing here now. I mean, if you're looking at the profits, the Atlantis Falls was making over 3, and this one is making half of that. I know the other one is 32, but the Atlantis, it should be doing a lot better. It's showing me that money generation is going to be very difficult. I mean, there's no way I'm going to be able to get that one all the way up. And the seating is really expensive, so I'm going to see this as a real grind. I mean, this is very unusual right here. It's usual that the one on the below does a lot better. Look at Vortex here. Vortex is up to 1400. It's doing 3.7 trillion per minute. The one under it is 1232. It's like 168 less. And it's doing almost the same amount. I mean, if we got that one up to, let's just say we got it to 1300 and it reached 3.7. That means the one below it is doing better. In this case, the Waterfalls is not doing as well as Atlantis Falls. This is a big problem. And they made the increase in the seating so expensive, but I mean, it would only be a percentage anyway. It wouldn't be like, oh, it's going to multiply it by a couple of times. See, I'm not going to be able to get to 1400 with these, unless I do some serious grinding. That is a big problem. I don't know why they made the seating so expensive for this one. I mean, it could very well double the money we're making. But I mean, it should be doing a lot better than that. That is very, very disappointing. This one is this. Yeah, I mean, the seating is probably the big problem here. If you look at the Atlantis Falls, see the price, and this is actually kind of funny, the price is nearly 29 billion. This is for each individual, right? The price here is 63, but they made the seating so expensive. I guess I have no choice but to, but even if it does that, it's going to double it. It's just going to be 3 trillion. And that's not enough. And there's no way I get this to 1400. It's just not going to happen. I mean, this one I'm closer and it's less expensive. Oh, this is very disappointing. It's going to be a heck of a grind to get to the next island now. That is very, very disappointing. All right, so, you know, I got to tell you, it may be... Did it increase what this guy's giving me? Not really. I'm going to take it anyway. Yeah, at this point, I need as much money as I can get my hands on. That's very, very disappointing. I'm as disappointed as those people are right there, actually. I was really hoping that the new ride was going to generate a lot of money, but unfortunately it is not, so the grind is on, isn't it? I mean, there's no purpose in even messing with this one anymore. I mean, is it worth it to save up 17 quadrillion that I could be using to level up the other one, the Atlantis Falls, and rather than just double the money here? I mean, if I get 17 quadrillion, I could probably do a lot of leveling over there. It might actually be enough to get it to 1400, where this one will be a lot more expensive. But if I spend the 17 quadrillion here, you know, it's only going to double the money. Because I'm not increasing it by increasing the, upgrading it over here. The ticket price, All I'm doing is doubling the number of seats. How many seats are available for this one? Okay, 9 are available for this one. It should be doing more. I mean, if you look at this one is 28.5 billion per seat, right? I mean, yeah, that's basically it works. And it's 9 seats. This one is very nearly 64 billion, and it has 8 seats. It should be doing better. Is it the time? Oh, the duration. But they're not giving me any way of speeding it up. All this is doing is putting people in line. There's no problem with people waiting, right? I mean, we're only doing 8 at a time, so I think the queue is fine. The problem is the ride takes so long. That's the reason it's not doing very well at all. And I can only send 1 boat at a time because the boats are just so expensive. That's very disappointing. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get this one here to 1,400. I don't have a choice in the matter. And if you look at, I got like 6 quadrillion. I'm just going to spend every penny right now on this. And we're going to see how... I don't think I get to 1,300, but there's nothing else I can do. Right? Okay, I got past 1,300. It's just going to be a while, right? I mean, at this point, am I going to spend 17 quadrillion to just double the amount of money I'm making, or am I going to try to get to 1,400 here? If I get to 1,400, how much did that increase it? It was just about 3 trillion, right? Now it's 3.3. But if I get all the way to the end, it's going to multiply the money by 4. But even then, it's going to be a grind because I'm going to have to get about 10 times what I had to get before. So I don't know when you're going to be seeing this again. Yeah, that was very, very disappointing. This one here needs to make more money. Either that or the seating actually needs to be a lot less expensive. That's the first increase right there in the people, and I don't know. How about you? No. So that really didn't increase the amount of money that we were getting from the VIP over here. So I'm going to be getting the same amount of money for now, and I have to get 10 times the amount now. So that's very, very disappointing. All right, like I said, I don't know when you're going to see this again. I will be working on it. But, I mean, it seems like the next island, if you look, the next island, 225, that's going to be a while. And then we're only getting a 4 times there. But yeah, that one's going to be a while. So I don't know what to tell you about that, except I will be working on it. I'll do my best. Hopefully, it won't be too long. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See you.